everyone, welcome to another video. So this is part 3 of my series of the best products of the year, in my opinion, that I tried on my channel. So one of the things I do want to say is that some of these aren't brand spanking new or weren't brand spanking new this year. They may have just been new to my collection. And I tried to combine it similar to how I did it last year, where I did lip products, but I also added in blushes. I find my other videos were just kind of getting a bit too long, so I just had to put things in categories a little bit differently. And hi, if you're new here, my name is Mel, and on my channel we discuss everything to do with makeup and skincare for the over 50 woman. So I think I have a nice complement of some drugstore and some higher end products. So let's first start off with blushes. So I will say this category was a little bit tough for me to do, so I've added in a few products that I just couldn't decide what was my favorite. So a great liquid blush that I tried from the drugstore this year was the Physicians Formula Diamond Filler. Now what's unique about this one is it's also so it can be used as a blush, but you can also use it as like a lip stain on your lips. I do have this in the shade Brilliant Peach. So the packaging is beautiful. Like, it's just very exquisite type of packaging. When I first went to use it, I was actually a little bit surprised. I thought it was going to be more of a liquidy type of blush, but it is one that has a stick. There's the one. And then I am doing a bunch of filming today. So if you do see some swatches on the back of my hand, I've just been doing some other videos, so I still have swatches all over going here, so I'll try and get them off if I can. So this is the Physicians Formula. You can definitely tell it does have more of a peach shade to it, but a very nice formula. Blends out well. What I usually do is apply it to the back of my hand, and then I just take my brush and apply it that way. By all means, you can just take this and dot it onto your cheek and blend it in that way. I just prefer to always put stuff on the back of my hand, and that way I find it is more of a gradual application rather than putting too much on your cheek. And then, like, if you put maybe 3 dots on your cheek and then you go to blend it in and it's maybe too much. So it's always harder to remove product from your face than it is to just kind of maybe reapply more product if you need it. So that's just one of my tips I have. And then what's also unique about this product is it's considered a serum to cream hybrid formula. So I really enjoy that when products are a little bit different. But even after I've put it on my hand like this, it still is quite luminous. And then once you start blending it in, look at that beautiful shade. Just gorgeous. And I think it only does come in 2 shades. So I thought that was a great find from Physicians Formula. Now, a product that came out by e.l.f. and went immediately viral as soon as they launched because they were being compared to the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. So these are the little e.l.f. liquid blushes. They're called Camo liquid blush. I did pick up 3 different shades. The one I use the most is this one here, and this is called Dusty Rose. They do come as a doe foot applicator, but extremely pigmented. It's more of like a pinky coral shade. With these ones as well, similar to the Physicians Formula, I put it on the back of my hand and use the brush to apply it. Things can go sideways real fast with these because when they say pigmented, they are extremely pigmented. That's that there. So these are very long lasting. They don't fade throughout the day. Super blendable. Very lightweight. What I like about them also is they are a dewy formula. They have hyaluronic acid in them, so that makes the product look so gorgeous on the skin. And they come in like quite a range of shades. But these were, I'm going to say, very comparable to the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. I think these ones aren't as, I'm going to say they're not maybe as pigmented as the Rare Beauty, but they do a fantastic job. And I will toss this one in here because it was a newer find for me at the end of the year, but I really have been enjoying this one. The shade kind of worried me right when I first put it on, was a little bit concerning, but I pushed through. This is a shade that I will probably use more in the summertime. So you can see how orangey it is. It is the Maybelline, the Sunkisser blushes. They are similar where they come like as a wand type of product. Very, very similar to the e.l.f. where they're blendable, last all day. I don't have any issue with it fading on me. And they just look really good throughout. Like I said, they just look really good through the day. But definitely need another shade because that's just a little too orange for me. So this next product is for somebody that if you really like a glassy skin appearance, you will love this product. So it's the one by Haus Labs. So it's the Color Fuse Glassy Blush Balm. I have this one in the shade Glassy Pomelo. This is such a beautiful product. So it comes as a stick. So you roll it up. See if I can find some arm space here. But this really does give my skin a glassy appearance. Very super, super hydrating on the skin. It was what they described it as. It was originally started out as like a skincare type of product and morphed into this. Even though it's a stick, I still put it onto the back of my hand and apply it that way. I have gone in with the stick before. It actually worked out okay when I blended in with the brush because it does blend in really, really well. And my skin looks very hydrated. I do prefer to wear this with another product that is maybe a similar consistency. So if I have this, I'll use more of a cream type of bronzer first. But you can certainly use a powder bronzer and then go in with this as well. The only thing that I have had in the past is sometimes this can pick up the other products that I've laid down first. So it's just one of those things you have to experiment with and which product it works well with. And overall, just leaves my skin really nice and healthy looking with a beautiful glow. And then you must be thinking, okay, Mel, where are the powder blushes? So I've got a couple of powder blushes for you. One is by NYX. It's the Buttermelt blush. So similar to the Buttermelt bronzer that I have, which is fantastic. This is the blush version, just as good. And this is the shade Butta. Has similar cute little names on it. So this is really just the blush version of the bronzer. Extremely pigmented and so silky soft. Like, oh my goodness. Highly pigmented. That's it right there. Feels beautiful on the skin. Doesn't fade. And when I use the bronzer and this, it just looks amazing. Like the two products together look amazing together because they both have the same formulation. And this really is like a Buttermelt product. It just melts into the skin. Even right now while I'm running my fingers together, it just feels creamy. So that is my only word of caution if you are using this. Very light hand before you start applying it. So highly recommend. If you haven't tried this, give it a shot. And then if you like a higher end version blush, this one won my heart for blush as a higher end product this year, and it's the Rare Beauty. This is called the Soft Pinch Luminous Powder Blush. I have this one in the shade Cheer. So I am a fan of her highlighter that she has. That's an amazing product. So I was so happy when I saw that she was coming out with a blush, and it's the same kind of consistency with it. It's hard to describe really what this feels like. It's very velvety, I guess is the better lack of a word is just velvety. So gorgeous. Like, look at that shade. Oh, it's just gorgeous. It has just a slight bit of shimmer to it. But what I really love about when I use this is I don't use a highlighter when I use this blush. My skin just looks glowy, and especially if I put it just up a little bit higher here where I would normally put highlighter, it just looks amazing because I just can skip that step. Don't need to use highlighter. So I think of it as a 2-in-1 type of product. And she has a whole shade range of it. But I really liked this one. It was just a beautiful, just like that beautiful pinky shade, peachy kind of pink. So great, great find from a higher end blush. All right, let's get into the lips now. This category, I had a hard time with this one, guys. I really did have a hard time with this one. So there's probably a few products here that, yeah, you've seen lots of times. And I just could not include some of these products. So we'll just try and get through this as fast as we can. So for lip liners, because that's where we'll start, is lip liners. One of my favorites that I tried this year was actually by Kosas. and it is the Kosas Hotliner. What made this one so unique, and it was the first time I had seen this. Now, I like I said, there may be other brands that had it at the time, but this was the first one in the summertime, I believe these came out. But these have hyaluronic acid in them. So there's a few features with this particular lip liner. So it's retractable, so that's always nice. I've used it so much. Oh my goodness, I think I'm due for another one. The shade I picked up this is called Neutral Pink Beige. So I really like the neutral shades because I think that they really go well with so many different lip shades. So that's the first little feature of it. It's just retractable. Then it also has like a little liner on it. And then it also has a little brush on the end here. So if you wanted to soften up the lip line, you can do that. But I like this one because it is very soft on the lip, like it glides on. It doesn't skip. If you're one of my longtime viewers, you know that with a lip liner, I always fill in my whole entire lip. It just kind of helps your lipstick stay on longer. And I found it just kept my lips a little bit softer and a little bit more hydrated. So thoroughly enjoying this one. And then a little bit later in the year, I did see that Maybelline, they came out with a similar lip liner. And theirs are called the Lifter Liner. So to go with like their Lifter Gloss, they have Lifter Liner. And I have two different shades. I have Big Lift and Out of Line. So one is more of a neutral. So it's this one here. It's a little bit the darker one. Now these are, again, like a drugstore price, but it doesn't have the little features that the Kosas one had. And then this is the Big Lift one right there. So the one thing about this is it's not retractable, so you do have to sharpen it. But again, they have that hyaluronic acid in it. So I've been really enjoying these ones. They glide on. It makes my lipstick stay on way longer and moisturizes my lips. So I think these are a great find. So if you're looking for a pencil that's really soft, these ones are great for that. And then one of my favorite lip liners that I picked up at the beginning of the year, and it really was just for the shade, and it's the L'Oreal, this is called Matte It. There was just something about this shade that I wear all the time. So it's not exactly like a dark brown, it's not a light brown, it's just the perfect neutral. So it is the lip liner I am wearing today. What I've been doing, so I'll just quickly show this because I have had people asking me about my lip combination. So this has been my lip combination for the last few months. So I use that L'Oreal lip liner. I go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in the shade Pure Hollywood. Gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And then I go in and I top it off with the Kosas Wet Lip Oil, but it has to be the shade Unzipped. So that's this one here. There's just something about this lip oil, and it is a repurchase for sure. It's gorgeous. So that's the whole lip combination that I have today. Those three products. This is just amazing. So, well, why don't I start with lip oils, because that's what this is. So this Kosas lip oil, what I love about it, I'll just read a little bit of the packaging because it has so many good ingredients in it. Backtrack a little bit here. It is also a skincare product. So it's a lip gloss, but it's also a hybrid lip treatment, which I think it's just so good for mature skin. So some of the ingredients. So it's hyaluronic acid, peptides, evening primrose oil, avocado oil, and shea butter. So I like that it is a 2-in-1, the treatment and a gloss. But this is in my purse all the time, and it is a repurchase. But like I said, it has to be this shade Unzipped. There's just something magic about that whole lip combination that is my just ride or die. And then if you're looking for just a regular lip treatment, my go-to is the old Henriksen. This is the Pout Preserve Peptide Lip Treatment. And my goodness, does this ever leave your lips super smooth and soft. And I think this is a great product, especially at this time of year when it's getting cold and your lips get chapped. So it does come like a little squeezy tube. And then the product just comes up on the top there. These, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, were viral. They were really hard to get. And there's a ton of different shades. So that's like my go-to for another lip treatment. All right, so we'll continue on with lip oils. And another one that went viral were the e.l.f. lip oils. So I picked up 3 different shades. So I'll just open the one up for you. This is the shade Coral Fixation. So it has a big, huge doe foot applicator. They have a little bit of a scent to them. They actually smell very refreshing. But my goodness, are these amazing for the price point. Now with any lip oil, and this will go for all the other lip oils I'm showing you today too. These aren't going to last an extremely long time. They're lip oils. What I like to do is, before as I'm putting my makeup on, I'll usually put a lip oil on my lips as I'm, applying my makeup. And I find it just gives my lips a little bit of hydration. Or I use it as a gloss, like a lip oil as a gloss. So after I've applied my lipstick, I'll just apply like a little bit of lip oil, and that works fine. Or just using lip liner and filling in your lip with the lip liner, and then going in with a lip oil. So there's so many versatile things you can do with lip oils. But these ones are so good and very, very hydrating. They do have apricot oil in them, but a lovely, lovely product. And then another repurchase that, I've repurchased these a few times now because I use them a lot. And it's the Lise Watier lip oils. There is just something about this formula that I can't even describe to you guys. I mean, I'm almost out of these 2 here. These are 2 different shades. I think I have another of the strawberry. So one's basically a cantaloupe and one's a strawberry. I use these every single day. And the formula is so soft. They are made with hyaluronic acid. So that does give me that extra hydration that I'm looking for. They are not sticky at all. And that's the other thing that is my pet peeve with lip oils and lip glosses. I don't like when they're sticky. And I do find that these, if I just use them by themselves, they give quite a bit of shine to the lip. So this was like for a higher end lip oil. This was one of my favorite finds of the year for that. So then these next 2 brands, I do have to give honorable mentions to because I do enjoy both of these brands. So one is the Sigma. This is the Renew lip oil. I love this, they have a whole bunch of different shades. Get another, like a bigger doe foot applicator. Super hydrating on the lip. This one I find lasts a little bit longer. It's a bit of a thicker consistency, whereas something as the Lise Watier is a little bit more, it's not as thick, but these ones are definitely on the thicker side. So I like that but it's not sticky. So those stay in place a long time. And then Milani also has one, Fruit Fetish. These ones are great too. And you get a lot of product in this one. So a similar doe foot applicator. These ones have more of like a citrusy scent for this one in particular. It's not sticky. It is a little bit on the thicker side, but it is also a more of a clear type of formula. So I just have so many lip oils that they are fantastic. I was having a lip oil moment this year for sure. And then we'll switch gears just a little bit to more of a lip balm. So the one lip balm that I tried this year that I am thoroughly enjoying is by Lancome. So this is the Lancome Squalene Butter Glow. And I have it in the shade Lisa's Coral Glow. So the packaging is beautiful. You just pull down on the package. And the thing about a lip balm is it is a cross between a lipstick and then just like a regular balm. The one thing I like about a lip balm is it's not quite a lipstick. So you don't have that commitment to putting lipstick on, but it gives still some lovely color on the lips. So it's that one right there. So pretty, so shiny, super hydrating. It's called a Care and Glow Color Balm up to 24-hour hydration. Now, I don't know how much, I don't think it's lasted on my lips 24 hours, but it certainly is a good product. And it was one of my later finds. I'm going to say maybe October I discovered this one. So really lovely product. Now I couldn't do lip glosses without including this brand, and it's by the City Beauty brand. So the 2 shades that I consistently use are, I think this is just the original. Yeah, this is just clear. And then I absolutely love, it's called South Peach. So if you're not familiar with City Beauty, they are a plumping lip gloss, and they really do plump up my lips. Very, very hydrating. And I find that they aren't one of those lip plumpers that gives that like a bee sting kind of feel to the lip. It's just a cooling, soft effect. It's almost like you are have peppermint gum or something, like just that kind of a cooling effect. So City Beauty is just famous for their lip plumping glosses, so absolutely love them. So one of my favorite finds for a liquid lipstick this year was by the brand Anastasia. So this is the Lip Velvet. Feels almost like a moussey liquid lipstick. So I have the shade Kiss. And even on the brush, so it's just like a regular brush applicator, it goes on quite matte, but it's very comfortable. It's not drying at all. It feels very weightless on the lip, very pigmented. It stays for an incredibly long period of time, but very unique. Like I said, it's like a mousse when you put it on, but feels very smooth. It's a really, really lovely product. And then L'Oreal came out with some new shades of liquid lipsticks, but it's the shade Tropical Vacay that I fell in love with. So it's this one right here. Again, super hydrating on the lips. I like liquid lipsticks, but I don't like it when they're drying. I like the little applicator. It's actually very precise. So this pointy tip I use as a guide. And a lot of the times I don't even use a lip liner. I love the formulation on this. It's a great product. And then one of my new finds, it's not a new product, but it was new to my collection. And it's a recent find for me. Is the Milani Color Fetish. This is a hydrating lip stain. Well, I was shocked at how glossy it stays. So I have the shade, it's almost like a berry shade, Rose Rising. Look at how pretty that is. What surprised me was I put it on. I was like, holy smokes, that's like my lips look really glossy. What I enjoyed about it is with it being a lip stain, it just gradually faded away. It wasn't one of those stark, like as your lipstick fades away, you can see like around the edge, like where your lip liner is and everything. This one did a nice job of just gently fading away. Gloss, I would say the gloss lasted a few hours. Like it didn't last the whole time I was wearing the lip stain, but it lasted a decent amount of time. So this was a great find. So I'll probably go and get some different shades of this because I really did enjoy using this. Well, I hope you liked my segment on all my lip products and then threw in a little bit of blush with that. Like I mentioned before, these are always my funnest videos to do where I can just gather everything up and go through everything and what I liked and what I didn't like from the year. Everything will be linked and listed down in the description box for you. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!